Alright, folks. It's the moment that I've been waiting for and that I've been thinking about for a couple of weeks here. I did, in fact, check out on YouTube and Google to see what this is all about and see what people have done in the past, and yeah, I think that I can handle it. I want to just take a moment to thank the parents of the bride, Mr. and Mrs. Corrigan. Amazing people, and you know, even just coming in this week, it's amazing how warm you are just letting somebody into your home. You have so many things going on, and yet you're asking me if I need seconds on the food and if my pillow is soft enough and everything like that. So I have to say that you've been more than accommodating. And thank you also to my parents for throwing the dinner last night that we all enjoyed. I also want to thank my brother for giving me the honor to be his best man. I do remember there were some days when we used to bicker and wrestle around, and my mom would always say, you know, I just can't wait until you boys just recognize how much you mean to each other and, you know, just knock this off. And, you know, it wasn't easy growing up with somebody who was going to business camp at age 12 and had a framed picture of Ronald Reagan on his nightstand and had Frank Sinatra's greatest hits rolling on repeat in the stereo. I mean, how does a 10-year-old relate to that? But, Mom, I think that I speak for both of us when I say that we've seen past our differences, and I know every bit of value that this relationship holds, and we've truly found a way to cherish that. Dominic, you've impacted my life in a way that you couldn't possibly imagine. You've been my voice of reason when I've asked you for advice. You drop everything and talk to me on the phone for 3.5 hours, and then I end up saying, okay, I've got it. I've got the advice that you had, and you just want to keep going because you're the type of person that wants to see people grow and wants to help them when they're in need. And then again, you've been the kick in the ass that I've needed when I did not want your advice and when I didn't want to hear your opinion. But it was all for my betterment, and I know that it came from your heart, and it was something that you would have to do for me. Though nobody really gets to choose their sibling, and now this happened, I think we know how it happened. Though this happened, we do get to choose who we spend the rest of our life with. And I have to say that some 4 years ago, my brother told me, Derek, I have met the love of my life. I have met the woman I'm going to marry. And I was pretty sure that he was day drinking. You know, Dominic calls me frantically from Russia and Hong Kong and every other place, and it's just desensitized at this point. So I was just thinking, yeah, okay, yeah, what about this one that you're going to marry? But Cammie's name continued to come up over and over again. And it hit a point where I realized that this was something far more serious, and somebody had actually stopped the speeding Greyhound bus that's headed toward the canyon that Dominic is. Somebody slowed that down. And, you know, I just have to say that it was amazing to see somebody accomplish that in such a short amount of time. What's funny, though, is that after telling me this, only a few months later does he move 11,735 miles away from her because he's always looking for a challenge. So, you know, after that 2 years in China, you both somehow found a way to bridge that distance and get through it. And I don't know. I have no idea how difficult that must have been, but I think that it built a lot into your relationship. I think you've been through a lot of the hard parts already. So Dominic, or actually Cammie, Cammie, the moment that Dom told me about you, until this point, he still has the stupidest grin on his face every single time that he's talking about you. And it just says that no part of that luster has been lost. He still cares so much more about you from the day that he met you until now. And you were his Valium. Thank you for that. There's no question that you've changed my brother. The man sitting beside you is more compassionate, more patient, and altogether more calm with you in his life. And I don't know, I just have to say that I've never seen my brother happier. So, thank you, and I would like to say just on a personal note that it's inspiring to see that true love exists, because when I see the two of you together, and it doesn't matter, I'm sure if you're broken down on the side of the road with a car issue, you're probably still laughing at each other and having a good time. It's just beautiful to see that true love really exists, and you were completely exemplary of that. So, I love you both, and just want to toast to my new sister, Cammie. Welcome to the family, you can't get out of it now. And to my brother, Dominic, who you're stuck with forever. So, I love you both. Please raise your glasses. That's the microphone.